H.P. Lovecraft's writing is best characterized by an exploration of man's confrontation with cosmic horror. He underlines in stories like Call of Cthulhu and Shadow over Innsmouth how humans are passive beings who are incapable of understanding the existence of interdimensional creatures. His worldview isn't unifying as much as it is deeply paranoid for the hostile nature of reality and how it's indifferent to the presence of humans. The same worldview can be seen in many of the media he has influenced. Often films inspired by Lovecraft will espouse this perspective. As helpless humans are confronted with otherworldly creatures, where the mere comprehension of a cosmic being might drive one insane. Which brings me to the video game Call of the Sea by Out of the Blue Games, which takes Lovecraft and throws that all out of the window. A sight this lovely can't come from Lovecraft, can it? Call of the Sea does away with this paranoid worldview, which reeks of a fear of otherness, to embrace the glorious possibilities of humanity's brush with the interdimensional, to form an optimistic story about self-discovery and learning to accept oneself.
No! Ah! I can breathe. Underwater.
Call of the Sea establishes itself as a different type of Lovecraft story clearly from its tone. Lovecraft-inspired media is often motivated by conflict, where humans are brought to use violence as a way to confront cosmic knowledge. Here, Call of the Sea is a non-violent story about an explorer's wife, Nora, who is trying to find her husband on this unknown island, where she will puzzle solve her way towards knowledge of herself and her relationship to interdimensional beings. There's no violence in the game or any insinuation of a real threat. Only self-discovery is on the table here.
It all makes sense. Nothing bad is going to happen to me here, as menacing as this place might look.
In the idea of self-discovery and self-acceptance, another clear deviation from Lovecraft is present. It is unfortunate to note that Lovecraft himself was unaccepting of others in his life. He was rampantly homophobic and racist, and a cheerleader for Hitler, which was part and parcel of his worldview, where rationality is constantly besieged by unknown entities. It was a mythology that reeked of prejudice. Call of the Sea isn't like that. In the words of the developers at Out of the Blue Games, we wanted to keep the essence of the classic H.P. Lovecraft stories while at the same time giving it a different approach. Instead of having a passive subject that is drawn into madness by circumstances that he or she cannot control, our purpose is to tell a story of a resolute woman involved in a mystery, and a journey of discovery and acceptance. Not only the acceptance of other realities outside our own, but also focusing on how the discovery of events at a greater scale can lead us to the acceptance of who we really are. Nora slowly uncovers throughout the course of the game that she may or may not be human, but this change isn't seen as unnatural, but as totally 100% natural, and even vital in her journey towards self-acceptance.
My hands. Look at my hands. This is definitely not a dream. And I'm starting to doubt the others were dreams too.
This all leads to Nora embracing who she really is. The otherworldly nature of H.P. Lovecraft isn't seen as some sort of hostile cosmic worldview, but rather as a beacon for self-discovery. Nora may be anything but human, but the beauty in the game is that this isn't seen as a defect. As opposed to other Lovecraftian stories that see transformation as inherently deformative, here the transformation and the confrontation with the cosmos is beautiful and necessary.
How is it possible that the strange events of only 2 days on this island makes more sense to me than the life that I've been living for years?
Out of the Blue reclaims Lovecraft to tell a new kind of brush with the unnatural, where the cosmic isn't some sort of hostile entity, but rather a catalyst for change. It isn't the Lovecraft that we know who is perpetually afraid of otherness and the hostile nature of reality. Rather, this is a Lovecraft that embraces self-discovery and self-acceptance in this video game Call of the Sea, which implicitly repudiates the exclusionary and paranoid worldview of its influence. And with that, Call of the Sea is not just a video game.
I can't fool myself anymore. I have to accept what I truly am.